Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel, sushidragonmasters, and I am going to be filming 3 tags in one day, so I'm going to be wearing my peanut shirt for 3 videos in a row because it feels Christmassy to me. Today I'm going to be doing the butter book tag, and something exciting happened. I was actually tagged to do this by Josh over at Literary Gladiators, and he's also the creator of this tag, and I was like so excited that I got tagged that like I even checked to make sure that it really happened like 3 times. And also he pronounced my name right, so that's a bonus. So many people don't know how to pronounce my name. It's surprising. So anyways, I am filming in front of my refrigerator and a door because I needed light because it's raining and this is the best way I could do it. So let's get started with the tag. So question 1 is Land O'Lakes. Favorite book about the American West. So I don't think I've really read anything that could be considered a Western, but I have seen the movie adaptation of Shane. But if I have to pick a book, I mean they're in Nevada. That's in the West. It's west of somewhere. And it's in America. So sort of counts, sort of not. I kind of cheated. I'm sorry. I don't know. This is the closest thing I could come up with. You know, like tomorrow, when I'm not doing this tag, I'll probably think of something I read that actually was more of a Western than this. But as of right now, this is my answer. Prodigy by Marie Lu. Question 2. Hotel Bar. Notable book you read on vacation. I've actually only ever read one book on vacation because in the past I've never really brought books with me on vacation. It was actually just this year when I went to Florida, and it was my first time on an airplane, which was this year. That's sad. We never really went anywhere that involved airplanes before, so yeah. But I read The One by Kara Cass. I mainly just kind of read half of it in Florida, and this book still smells like Florida. Like everything we brought to Florida or bought at Florida smelled like Florida for like forever. Like some of the shirts I bought are just now don't smell like Florida anymore. And we went there in March, so if you ever go to Florida and you haven't yet, the smell, it stays. It's a good smell though. But I just remember like reading this on the beach, and I mainly read it in the plane. I mainly just read it on the way home because on the way there I got a headache from the airplane. So yeah, don't ride in a plane without chewing something because I learned the hard way. But yeah, I did really enjoy this book, and because I read it on vacation, it took me longer to read than the other ones, but that's just because we were doing a lot in Florida. So, yeah. Question 3, Imperial. Favorite book about royalty. So, I hate to bring up the selection again, but the selection by Kara Cass, I mean, the only reason it was the answer for the other thing was because that was the only book I ever read on vacation, but this really is my favorite book involving royalty because I just really enjoy everything about this series, especially the I guess you would call it the political aspects of this dystopian world. So it's just really good. Yeah. Question Question 4, Country Crock, a book you would take on a camping trip. Now, for some reason, when I heard this question, the first things that popped in my head were all graphic novels. So I went with the Lightning Thief graphic novel, which was adapted by Robert Venditti. And I just kind of went with this one specifically because, you know, they're going on their whole quest. And they're like, you know, going through the United States, and there's lots of outdoor sleeping that goes on. So I don't know why graphic novels are the first thing that popped in my head with camping, but apparently I associate graphic novels with camping. I don't know why. And, you know, of course I would bring something Percy Jackson related because that series is so good. Question 5, Margarine, favorite sequel or spin-off? So my favorite spin-off would have to be The Heir by Kara Cass, and I promise this is the last time the selection is going to make an appearance in this video. The reason I picked this one is just because, you know, it's kind of a spin-off of the series, even though it is considered book 4. I think it's more of a spin-off, but I really loved how the characters were done. I just feel like it was so much better than the Selection trilogy, because the characters seem to have a little bit more depth to them. They seem to actually like have deep reasons for why they are how they are, and you actually kind of could like read into people and be like, oh, okay, that's why you're doing that, because of this, and you know what I mean? Like, it gives, you had to actually think a little bit more when reading this, and it wasn't just like a quick fly through it type thing. Question 6, Bread, favorite literary partnership. This can be either writers or characters. Can we just like take a moment to appreciate the adorableness that is Percabeth? Like, it's that just so. Question 7, Popcorn, a book that played out like a movie. For this, I went with Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Or Maas, yeah, Sarah J. Maas. And I just picked this one because, like, when you're reading it, it's just so fast-paced, and things are happening left and right, and it's just, like, so easy to picture what's happening that it feels more like you just watched a movie rather than read a book, but in a good way, not in a bad way. Question 8, Churn, a book that was a struggle to get through. I went with The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. It took me about 3 days to get 50 pages into that book, and I mean, it got to the point where they were saying like how the aliens took over the world, and I mean, part of it involved toxic bird poop, and I was just like, okay, I'm done now, and just like, I didn't finish that one. I just took it back to the library. It just, I don't understand why bird poop. That's just like the weirdest thing I've ever read in my life. And I have read a lot of weird things, and nothing is weirder than toxic bird poop. Question 9, Julia Child, who I don't know who that is, but you know, I might do a little Google search after this and then I'll become educated. A great French classic. So, I kind of cheated on this one. It's technically a British classic, but lots of it takes place in France. So, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I have not read this book, but I was in the play, and I was narrator too. So, I got to say, like, a lot of the things that are actually written in the book, like, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times type thing. So I pretty much have like almost the entire beginning of this book memorized just from that play. And maybe one day I will actually read the book. Question 10, Butterscotch, a sweet poem or short story? But for some reason when I read this question, the first thing that popped in my head was this short story that's called The Nose. I don't even remember who it's by, but it's like about a nose that goes off of someone's face and like gets a job and stuff. But I didn't want to pick that as the answer because that's more weird than sweet. So then I was trying to think of like some of my favorite poems, and I realized my favorite poem is Ode to Stephen Dolingbot's Deceased by Mark Twain, and that's not very sweet because that's about how a kid died. And then my other favorite poem is The Bells by Edgar Allan Poe, and that also involves death, so I went with my third favorite. My third favorite is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Yep, I knew that. It's just because like how in the like kind of the message that's in the poem. At least I think this is the message, because when my sister watches this, she's probably going to send me like a 20-page text message about how it's like secretly about all this other stuff, and I'll just be here like, but I'm not an English major. But basically, like, the way I interpret it is just like in life we are going to come across times where we're going to have two decisions in our life, and it's okay to take the unpopular one because it'll probably be better, and you don't have to be like everyone else. You can take the road not taken, and it'll make all the difference. See what I did there? And the last question is spread. Who do you tag? I am going to tag Leah from Handmade for Hope 01, Michaela of Michaela Hearts Books, if she watches this. She is tagged. And I think I might also tag Bookgeek Movie Freak. I forget her name. I'm so sorry. But links to all their channels will be in the description, and I'll also have a link to Josh's video down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!